Hey, we are gonna fucking do this Saturday night to give y'all some time to actually review these picks. So we are fucking live. Scotty, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Getting ready for this Colorado game.
That's right. We're in the middle of watching West Virginia fucking 7-6 over Pitt. We're just gonna get right into it so Scotty doesn't cry about not being in this game in time. So I got Kansas City, Jacksonville, leans, likes, and locks. I'm gonna start off with my leans for Jacksonville. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm high, guys. I'm gonna start off with my leans. My leans, likes, and locks for the game. I'm leaning towards Calvin Ridley to score a touchdown at plus 125. He had a touchdown last week. Kansas City's defense, not the greatest. We'll see how that goes. I'm not exactly sure about it. I like Trevor Lawrence to throw a pick in this game. Something's telling me he's going to throw a pick. My lock for the game is the Chiefs money line at 180. I don't think there's a chance the Chiefs are going to start the season 0-2. I know it's in Jacksonville. Weather shouldn't is not going to be a factor. Already checked that out. It looks like going to be clear skies and all that. It looks like going to be a Kelsey and Mahomes day. They're going to eat Jacksonville up. Scotty, what do you think?
All right. Well, so my lean, I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it to be a shootout, bro. And but I think at the end of the game, it's like the margins are 1-6. Yeah, I think it's going to be a 1-3 point game. So I'm taking the Jags with the +3 on my lean. Um, my like is your guy, Calvin Ridley. I have him for an anytime touchdown score. Um, and then my lock is going to have to be Travis Etienne. I got him at over 86 and a half rushing and receiving combined.
Okay.
Uh, Last week, he had over 100 them combined. So I think he comes close to that this week, which 80, 90 or more. So that's my lock for that game is him topping that. But honestly, you could switch my lock and my like back and forth because I could lock Calvin Ridley into getting a touchdown too. So
Moving on, Raiders at Bills. I'm leaning towards a Las Vegas spread. Before I say that, uh, or before I say this, Vegas is, or I'm sorry, Buffalo rather is favored by 9 points, is what I meant to say. Sorry, I had a brain fart. That's why I'm taking this. I'm leaning towards that. It's a minus 112. Buffalo didn't look too great last week. I think they win this game. I just don't see it being a blowout. I like Josh Allen for an anytime touchdown. Didn't get one last week. Not many games for him where he doesn't score touchdowns. I think if they get into the red zone and definitely on the 1 yard line, I think you're going to see some people starting to copy Philly a little bit and have some people line up behind their quarterback and push him in. I don't think he really needs to do that on the 1 yard line. I think he can just do the old fashioned sneak and get in. But either way, I got Allen for an anytime touchdown for my like. My lock, can I get an under alert? Because I'm going Jimmy G under 233 yards. That's a pretty big fucking stretch for him. 233 yards. He would have went under that last week. Give me the under.
and that's your lock.
That's my lock, Jimmy G under.
Ooh, we're gonna disagree on this one. Okay, so my lean is I'm uh Josh Jacobs 75 yards on the ground. I just like him against that Bills defense running. Um, my like is Jimmy G. I have him over 250 yards. Now, I did do on my like, I did do either Jimmy G going over 250 or what I really like Jimmy for is 2+ touchdowns. I think either way you'll be happy with that. With but I'm leaning more towards the 2 touchdowns from coming from Jimmy G. My lock, well, I'm going to have to go back to Josh Jacobs with an anytime touchdown score. He didn't get in last week, and we know that man likes finding it, so I think he gets in this week. That's my lock.
All right, moving on. Seattle at Lions. Scotty, lead the way.
All right, okay. All right, so with this one, I'm leaning with the under on total points. With the way Seattle played last week,
What is the
that
total
makes me
points?
think that they're going to come out flat again.
What is the total points?
I could look it up. Just give me 1 second. I think it was pretty high. I went so on mine, um, I went under 46.5, and that was plus 100 for mine. So under 46.5, you get plus 100. I'm comfortable there. I know you was high on the Seahawks, but got to see it. You know, Lions very good. I think they come out. But anyway, that's my like is I think Reynolds is going to be a problem, and I have him going for over 50 yards this game. Um, and he's going against a team that showed a whole bunch of nothing last week. you know, um, and then my lock, I'm going David Montgomery, anytime touchdown. I think maybe if your balls are hanging a little low, maybe go two plus touchdowns on him.
3 touchdowns in 2 weeks for Montgomery, you say, huh?
No, I'm just saying one. I just a little side quote, like if you want to,
I got you. What's your lot?
that was my luck.
All right. I'm leaning towards Jared Goff under. He's at 266 is his line. Seattle's defense is going to play better this week than they did last week. That's a guarantee. That's what I'm leaning towards. I like Detroit with the spread. It's a minus 4.5. I think Detroit gets it done relatively easy against Seattle. I don't think it's going to be, super high passing day for Goff though. But my lock is Goff to have no picks thrown over the last 2 seasons. If you the line is under on 0.5 picks. If you go through the last few seasons, he hasn't had any seasons where he's had double-digit picks, and literally, the last 2, and then this one, he started off good and has a 1-0 touchdown ratio. I don't think Seattle's the team that's going to pick him off. Could be wrong. I feel like that is a lock. I like the minus 190 they're showing for no picks thrown. Moving on to Baltimore, Cincinnati. I'm leaning towards Lamar with the under in passing yards. I mean, it is Lamar Jackson we're talking about here. Cincinnati's defense, might not have looked too spectacular last week. Don't let week 1 fool you. Cincinnati's got some improvements on defense. I like Cincinnati money line. I think the odds was like minus 188 or something like that. I think Cincinnati gets it done. I've seen Baltimore is fucking destroyed with injuries. I think Humphreys. I can't think off the top of my head, man. I am pretty high, but I know for a fact Marlon Humphreys is out. Just got upgraded out. They got a couple other people that are out on the defensive side of the ball. Scares me for them because if there's one thing that the media shouldn't do is piss off Joe Burrow, and it seems like all week long they've been talking about how much they think he might be a flash in the pan, and he's going to run with that and throw for probably 1,000,000 yards this week. My lock is Lamar Jackson to have under 1.5 passing touchdowns. I don't think he'll have 2. I I'm going with a lock for that. Lamar Jackson is not a passer. I'm tired of people acting like he is. I'm tired of people acting like if they get weapons, he'll start passing. Last week he had one passing touchdown. I think that's um, all he's really going to hit this year in games. I think he'll have a few where he has two or three. I just don't think this is it. Scotty.
All right. So as I'm like you, the Ravens secondary is a little thin. I think most of the focus, whatever they have out there, is going to be going towards Jamar Chase, which will allow T. Higgins, you know, a chance to go off. I think T. Higgins. So I'm doing two here. I got T. Higgins over 5 receptions and
Okay.
50 or more receiving yards.
So I can see them wanting to get him catches early since he didn't have any
Yeah.
last week.
Right. Right. So my lean is, I mean, Cincinnati's, they've been known to be good, but they're 3-2 against the Ravens. Joe Burrow is.
When Rick
And
Lee,
on top of that, it's a division game.
no, it's not.
So no,
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
yes it is. Yes it
Yeah,
is.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So that's why I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going with they know each other, right? So I'm going under. My lean is under 47.5 on this game. My lock is anytime touchdown. Joe Mixon. He didn't get in last week.
Okay.
I think the way that the Bengals play, I think they find a way when they're down there to get him in. And I didn't get to do this with all my picks because my stuff was acting up. But if you do all them, the like, the lean, the lock, it's 4 picks plus 650 odd on that one. So I kind of like that one to throw a couple dollars at.
Chargers at Titans. I'm leaning Herbert under. You know me. This season I am, believe it or not, 100% accurate with my unders. Um, it's another one. I'm actually trying to really keep that tight knit too because I do want my accuracy to be pretty high on my unders this year. Right now I am at 100%. I'm taking the under for Herbert because the line is at 284 yards. I don't think Herbert throws for 285. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets around that. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws for 260 or maybe even 270. But I think that's close to his ceiling in this game. At the Titans, I don't think their defense is horrible. They have a decent front. Secondary needs a little work, but I think the Chargers win. I like LA spread 2.5 is my like. Minus 188 is the odds on there. My lock is Ryan Tannehill to throw an interception. He threw 3 picks last week. Chargers last week picked off Tua one time. An interception against Tua. I hate to play that game where it's like, oh, what quarterback's better? I think Tua's better than Ryan Tannehill. I think Tannehill is just a little gun shy. You know what I mean? When he's getting rushed, he tends to throw that ball up just to avoid getting sacked. I think something like that's going to happen, and I think that ball gets turned over at least once. That's the lock I'm running with. Ryan Tannehill to throw a pick, minus 145.
Okay. All right. Well, my lean is because Hopkins is hurt, right? We don't know is he going to play, or not.
Right.
I think even if he does, I think this is a good lean. And you might think it's crazy, but I'm leaning towards Derrick Henry having 100 yards.
Okay.
Because of that reason, I think they're going to lean on him. Now my like, even with that, how many times have we seen it? Titans go down the field, can't get in, kick a field goal. This is going to be a low scoring game. I'm going with under 45.5. I don't know if it's because last week I see what I seen, but I'm going with a lot of unders on the scores. Under 45.5. My lock is Chargers on the money line. I mean, it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I still see Chargers winning the game. They beat them by 3 last year. Probably going to be the exact same this year.
I hate to be that guy, but I got a ticket that says that the Chargers are going to win this game, and it seems like earlier I was like, "What we feel about Chargers at Titans?" And I vividly remember you going Titans, and I was like, "Well, we have 3 out of 5 picks," and you were like, "Was it the Lions or no? Was it the Vikings or something?" I was like, "No, or no." You said the Packers. Was it the Packers? No, no, it was them. Now he's changing it to a lock. Now it's a lock. Chargers lock to beat them.
Yeah.
I don't even have him as a lock. I got him on a goddamn ticket with $25 on it. Nah, I mean, I feel you. I strongly think they're going to win, too. I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're trying to rush off to trying to, shorten the podcast a little bit. Green Bay at Atlanta. I'm leaning towards an Aaron Jones touchdown. Scored 1 last week. Atlanta's defense did look good, but Green Bay also looked pretty fucking good. I think if someone gets in the end zone for Green Bay, it's going to be Aaron Jones. Give me the plus 145 for a lean on that touchdown. I like Desmond Ridder having under 185 yards. Jair Alexander is healthy. Desmond Ridder can't get out of his own fucking way. He has targets to throw to. He has Kyle Pitts running butt naked down the field. But guess what? He can't fucking find him. It's the Justin Fields effect. He doesn't know where he's fucking at. He doesn't know how to fucking throw. So guess what? His line's only at 185, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, man, it's easy to have 200 yards. Not against Jair Alexander. Wasn't easy for Justin Fields to have 200 passing yards last week. He did, though. He had barely 200. I think Justin Fields is a little bit seasoned over this Desmond Ridder character. Give me the under there. I'm going, my lock is Green Bay money line. God damn it, that tastes like vinegar coming out of my mouth. But that's my lock. It's plus 105. They're saying Atlanta at home is the favorite. I'm saying you're fucking crazy. I saw some of the worst offense I've ever seen last week out of Atlanta. I know there were some bright spots on the defensive side of the ball, but let's pay attention to what the fuck happened in Chicago last week, too, because that wasn't just the Bears playing horrible. That was a little bit of the Green Bay Packers defense coming to fucking play. That was a little bit of them just running us up because guess what? Packers might not be too bad on defense this year. That might have just been my offense getting overwhelmed by a good defense. We'll see. Give me the Packers. Scotty, what do you think?
Okay. Well, my like is I have Jordan Love throwing 2 touchdowns, 2+ touchdowns this game.
I don't hate it.
My lean is Jordan Love over 200+ yards. I'm impressed with what he did against you all last week. The lock for me on this game is over 42.5. I mean, you look. What did Green Bay score last week? 32 by themselves.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going over 42.5 this one, and over 42.5 points is a plus one.
Green Bay definitely didn't score 42 on us last week.
No, they scored 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying by themselves. Green Bay scored 32. I think Ridder has.
Atlanta's got a good
to score
defense.
this game. Yeah.
Atlanta's got a good defense. They played good defense last week. Was that your lock?
That was my lock.
Chicago at Tampa Bay. I'm leaning Justin Fields. Dare I say under 173? He can't get 173. He had 200 last week, Cody. 200 last week. I'm leaning under this week, guys. Leaning under for Justin Fields. I like Justin Fields to have over 59 rushing yards. The guy's going to be running for his life. We have a terrible offensive line. He'll have 59 rushing yards in the first 3 quarters. Guarantee that. Go to the fucking bank with that. 3 quarters, he'll have 60. He'll have 60. My lock for that game, Rachaad White. Da-na-na. Na-na-na. Sports Center, Rachaad White in the end zone against poop-stained Chicago Bears. Give me the plus 145 all day. Chicago can't get out of their own way. Rachaad White is going to blast through our fucking offensive line when they get anywhere close in the 5, and they will be there a lot. I think the Bears are going to lose this game. I just don't want to go leans, likes, and locks. Oh, my team's going to get our ass kicked, but it's probably going to happen. I just don't want to fucking throw that in my leans, likes, and locks. Scotty, where's your head at on this one?
I'm going to throw you off on this one. So, my lean is Fields over 50 yards rushing. I'm thinking he's going to have to make some magic with his feet, the way that offensive line blocked.
Such a low line for him rushing.
Yeah.
70, I'm like, oh, man, there you go. You know what I mean? That's a good line.
Yeah,
It's
50,
like,
50, I like it. Yeah,
50,
right
59, give me that. Give me that all
Yeah.
day.
My like, are you ready for it? You sitting down? Chicago on the money line. Because I kind of like. I mean, y'all got the people. Y'all got the people.
At Tampa Bay.
That's my like.
Boo.
My lock on this is, you probably ain't gonna like this one either, is DJ Moore, 50 or more receiving yards.
No. I don't like it. Not the way we passed the ball last week. I got to see one game of us just passing good, and I'll love what you're saying. I mean, I love where your spirit's at because that's my team we're talking about. But it's just when it comes to money, I don't like to give bad information. I strongly disagree with what Scotty's saying. That's the first one where it's like I strongly disagree with what Scotty's saying. And going back to Green Bay at Atlanta, I felt really, really good about my 3 leans, likes, and locks. Ricky, if you ever do watch this, I want you to fast forward to this part and make one of your first bets that my leans, my likes, and my locks could get you paid, boy. 2 of them are fucking plus. Colts at Texans. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't have a lock for this one. I'm also going to say that I didn't like a lot of these lines, rather. Wasn't too much. I don't really know a lot about these teams. 2 rookie fucking quarterbacks. Like, the fucking passing lines are at like 190 and 200. Like, those are very tight lines. Like, they're probably going to go over them, but like, are they? You know what I mean? Like, I could see one of them having 101 passing yards. You know what I mean? They're rookies. It could fucking happen. I could see the other team's defense just smacking the other guy around. I don't know much about their defenses in Indianapolis and Houston, so I did leave the lock alone, but I lean towards Dameon Pierce to have over 54 rushing at minus 115. He is one of my fantasy players. I did get to see some tape on him before I drafted him, and I did like what I seen. Like, the guy's very athletic. If they can get some movement for him this game, they hand the ball off to him a lot. Last week they did that. Even though he wasn't getting much, they still handed him the ball. So, I mean, it's not going to take much for him to get 60, in my opinion. And I like my last selection of the night, Anthony Richardson, alt passing yards of over 175. I think he finishes around in that ballpark, 170, 180 yards. Give me that all passing yards over for Anthony Richardson. Last week he had about 200. Houston's defense, I don't know too much about it, but I can't name anybody in their secondary. So, Scotty, what's your closing remarks on this?
All right. So my lean is, I'm leaning towards the Colts on the money line, just because I've seen more promise out of Richardson than I did. Help me out, I'm drawing a blank.
Stroud.
Yeah. CJ Stroud. So that's money line Colts. My like is, with Jonathan Stewart still out, we've seen how much they used Richardson for the run last week. So I'm going to have him at 10 plus rushing attempts, right? On the like. Yeah. And on the lock, I also got Dameon Pierce. But I have him for going over 56 was mine. 56 yards. I mean, with the way the Colts allowed the rush in week 1 against the Jags, I think he's going to roll through that defense.
That's not bad. Not bad. I don't know much about it, so I'm just gonna say it's not bad. I don't don't know much about these two teams.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I'm like
really,
you too. I mean, I took,
I don't feel good. I can let you know now there will not be a selection when it comes to real money out of my pocket. I will not be betting on any of those lines if that helps anybody out.
Yeah, me either.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
I'm not
just I don't
betting.
feel great about it. So
There's a couple of
if
these
that
games
helps
where I'm
anybody
not.
out. If anybody, but here's the thing: put something in the comments if you do got some likes. I'll listen to my motherfucking fan base here if we can get some fucking comments rolling in these videos. Let me hear where I'm fucking wrong. Let me hear some locks in this game. Let me hear some likes. You know what I mean? Let's fucking hear them. We need some more comments, people. Let's get that fucking going. Closing remarks, Scotty. How you think about this?
Well, I think what we forgot to tell the people is that we hit on Thursday night.
Yeah, if you had just been following our video Thursday night, what Scotty's trying to say is that you would have been paid because me and Scotty had come together with some picks and they paid out pretty well. And by pretty well, I mean me and Scotty both cashed tickets that were plus 55 to 1. $55 for every dollar you bet. That's the kind of knowledge me and Scotty are dropping on this podcast. So please like, subscribe to my channel, drop some comments. I'm eventually going to talk Scotty into making a Twitter and a YouTube so you guys can do all that for his page too. And we'll fucking grow this channel together. This is very new and we love what we're doing. Second week into our podcast, we got ourselves paid and we try to get you paid, but you're not here with us yet. So bring your fucking ass over here. And goodbye.